Okay guys, welcome to this lesson in which I'll be talking to you about how to use iWriter. Now what is iWriter? Well, iWriter is the most cost effective and the fastest way of getting content made for your new viral news site. Now it may not be the highest of quality content, but when starting off your brand, starting off a new viral news business, it is the best place to go to get your content made. It's quick turnaround times within 24 to 48 hours, and it's very cheap compared to the real world of getting content made for your site. So in this lesson I wanted to walk you through a template on how to actually order content on iWriter. Okay, I'm going to walk you through a listing I've made before that I've ordered hundreds of articles through and had great success with getting them through the door, because many people come on iWriter, they make listings and then they struggle to actually get any articles written up. People don't take up their jobs and submit anything. So I'm going to show you the few things that I cover inside my listing to ensure that the writers that see my posts get the content made for me. And yeah, let's dive straight into that. So the first thing is being clear on your project title, what is that you need, and mostly we need listicles, okay, which are articles in the form of lists, okay, so we can split them into multiple pages. And more than likely at this point, when we're making this order, we were doing 700 word orders, and still now at this point I want 700 words per article. Okay, so I'm going to leave that as a subject line. And then we'll go there, what would you like? You can leave this open to all categories. Okay, we just need articles, we leave them open as all categories. Now over here we do have the option for rewrite, but we only do that if we have an article in front of us, and most likely we will. Once we do our research, we can see what's working, we can take an article and tell our writers to rewrite. But I prefer not to. I stick to article. Instead of having an article rewritten, just take the subject line of an article and leave it to the writer to fill out the contents, okay, for them to carry out their own research and write up your content in the way they see best fit, rather than rewrite existing content. This way they're more likely to create unique content, higher value content, and more specific to your brand content. Whereas if you have it rewritten, it's just literally rewording somebody else's work, and that will not come across you as unique or valuable. Then we come here, select the English, most likely US. Okay, we're going for the majority market, the rest of the world, so we need the English US standard. And how many articles would you like? If you're ordering multiple articles at once like I will, then we'll add multiple articles at once, and all you do is come here and insert your keywords. Okay, so I map out my keywords from beforehand like we can see over here, and then I take them and I just paste that right in here. Now if you just press enter in between all of them, it then creates that as a separate article. Okay, so over here I've got my keywords, and even better, for faster turnaround times and 100% assurance that somebody will take up your job, is inserting the complete subject line, okay, or the title of the article, right? So whatever that article is going to be called, if it's 7 points about this, like if you give them the title from the get-go, then just watch how faster your articles are turned around. Otherwise, you insert keywords that are simple, easy to understand, easy to carry out research on, and then explain how you want the content in the description, just like I'm doing. Okay, so I'll add multiple articles. That's 10 articles right there, and these are the things I'll be talking about, and I just made it very clear what I need the content on. An article on oil-free diets and mindfulness, alkaline water diet, and we don't want to add any unnecessary irrelevant words, and we should only have to add one keyword per article, and like all key phrase, okay, one key phrase. So just try not to create too many options in here so that there's some kind of confusion. Just keep it simple, keep it straightforward. And then over here we'll come to the word count, define how many words we want. Of course, in the subject line we've made it we're asking for 700 words, and so we're going to stick to that. We want 700 words, 1,000 words. As you can see, it doesn't cost too much more, but we want 700 words, and mostly people will over deliver and give you 750 to 800 words. And at times, no lie, I've ordered 700 words and received 1,000, and that's just them writers that want to over deliver, ensure that we don't cancel on them and we hire them in the future. the writer level, we stick to premium. It goes all the way up to elite plus, and as you can see, that's a lot more expensive. Then we have elite, which is still much cheaper than elite plus, and elite plus has just a different range of writers. And so we'll stick to the premium. And then I broke it down in the description. You can take a screenshot of this and remodel it how you see best fit. I need articles that can be broken into lists, in other words multiple pages, just in case they don't understand what I mean by list. They may think I mean list in form of written content, whereas I need it as a list across the whole content. Okay, I don't need the content written as a list in bullet points. I just need the content so that I can break it down into lists, ultimately multiple pages. And here's a few examples of what I mean. I gave them examples of what listicles looks like. Now, the article title is the most essential part of this content. We need high quality, attractive and engaging article titles. You could say kind of clickbait, because the most important thing is that we have engaging, high converted titles, okay, that are attracting new readers to our site. You know, they've never heard about us before, so the only way we can get them over to our site is if we give them a reason to, we intrigue them and make them want to click over. Of course, if we just tried to push our brand out in the ads, nobody would care and it would most certainly be ignored. However, all content in itself must be highly compliant with Google's policies, which you can view here, so they know roughly, you know, what our goal is. We're monetizing with AdSense. We can't have incompliant content, you know, illegal content. So just get them familiar with the policies. We do monetize this content with Google AdSense. You know, I further do let them know. So it's crucial we abide by the policies, and all content is within full compliance. No inaccurate or made up facts and statistics. No stolen content. Content must be readable and enjoyable. So I do stress a lot how my focus here is just having engaging and entertaining content rather than, you know, focusing on SEO. And over here, I strictly say do not think about or focus on SEO. We just want enjoyable and readable content, as I mentioned here. So it's all about it being unique and having some character, some personality to it, rather than it be all boring, keyword rigged, and focus on ranking in the Google system. And that way of producing content doesn't even work, you know, when trying to rank on Google anymore. And then required are, this was just, you know, something you can ignore, because I set this up when I put in 100 article order, you know, for different clients at the time, right? So if, for example, I just take that out, this is the ultimate summary, and you can just furthermore screenshot this and use something like this to put through your order. And then over here, I take them through these things one by one. The objective of the content, once again, is engage the reader, informally educate on real facts and statistics. The main purpose of the content is to keep them on the site and reading to the next page. Okay, I just want my readers to keep reading. I want them to be interested from the start till the end. Okay, target audience, knowledge seekers, basic knowledge. Now, you don't have to dive into these things. Most writers probably won't even look at this when, you know, planning out their content to write for you. But at the same time, if you go into these extra details, these writers are more likely to take you serious, and your jobs are more likely to be picked up. Things to avoid: anything non-compliant with Google's content policies, and then the tone of writing. You can screenshot that, but like I said, this stuff right here, these settings, the creative brief, isn't that important with this, and the keywords alone, that's enough for them to go forward and start writing up content. And then that's it. You just click save changes, and over the next lesson, I'll show you how to then, you know, take the orders that have been fulfilled, accept them, and get them over onto your site. So make sure you add funds to your account before you make the order, all right, because you can't click save changes and try making the order without the funds. I'll just show you what I mean by that. New changes have not been stored, you do not have enough funds, so I need to add the funds in the account first and then click save changes, and the order will then be put through, and more than likely within 48 to 72 hours max, your content will all be delivered on. That's me, Abdullah Ashraf, for this lesson. If you do have any questions, make sure to reach out, and I look forward to catching you on the next lesson.